Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday edition. I have a confession to make.
Oh, okay.
I turned the air conditioning on yesterday.
Did you really? Well, it's good for the dogs.
It was humid.
Yeah, it is. It's still a little humid.
So I said I'm not going to sleep with this, so there it is.
Well, you'll be turning the furnace back on by Saturday.
It's Wisconsin in October. We'll get to the weather in a minute. But first, topping our news today, Wisconsin politicians took to the subject of stadium funding for the Milwaukee Brewers today. Will Keneally explain what happened.
Finally, a Speaker of the House has been selected. We'll tell you everything you need to know about Mike Johnson.
And if you frequent the Beltline, you may have seen it already. The Beltline Bob got a new truck. We'll tell you all about it. Let's take a look outside. Kind of damp today.
Kind of a dreary day today.
Perfect day if you're a waterfowl.
But still mild.
Mild and wet, and wetter tomorrow. I think Gary Canalte's out in the backyard with details on that.
Yeah, we had rain overnight and then kind of a break during the day. It's been cloudy, but we really haven't had much in the way of rain, and you're right, it is kind of humid. Let's take a look at visible cloud tracking and see what I mean by the clouds. There are really no breaks in the overcast anywhere across the Midwest, but take a look at high-resolution radar. Not seeing any rain underneath those clouds. So at this point, we're going to stay dry for a little while, but 6-hour future track radar starts to show some showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm later this evening. The better chances for rain will arrive later on tonight. Low temperatures this morning here in Madison. We did drop to 58 degrees in a rain shower, so that will prevent us from setting a record for the warmest overnight low temperature, that being 60 degrees, or 59 for today. But current temperatures are in the lower to middle 60s through most of southern Wisconsin. The cloud cover has a lot to do with that. Madison right now 62, 65 degrees in Cross Plains and 62 in Sun Prairie. Look for mostly cloudy skies, just a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm this evening. Temperatures nearly steady, dropping into the lower 60s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at how much rain we can expect and how much colder it'll get, especially as we head toward the Halloween holiday.
Big changes coming. Gary will check back with you. Thank you. The plan to spend more than $500 million to update the Brewers Stadium got a hearing in the state capitol today.
It reflects changes to the plan that are geared toward getting Wisconsinites who don't live in Milwaukee on board.
Political reporter Will Keneally was there and has more. Will?
So the money would go towards much-needed improvements to the 22-year-old ballpark. The team says that includes the glass outfield doors, the stadium seats, even things as mundane as the fire suppression system. Now, the bulk of that money would come from the state's coffers, more than $400 million. But a change to the plan would create a new tax on non-baseball events that use the stadium, like concerts, for example. Now, lawmakers hope that that would offset some of the state's contribution.
I can tell you as a businessman, the most important thing to business growth is certainty. Knowing that the Brewers would be here through 2050 provides a ton of certainty for economic development around there. I'm not going to build a hotel in that immediate area if the Brewers are going to, leave in 2 years.
Now, the plan would help ensure that the Brewers would stay in Milwaukee, but could also attract other events. Some of the changes that they are considering would, quote-unquote, winterize the stadium, so the facility could host things like concerts year-round.
All right, well, thank you. The housing market has been a struggle for many across the state.
Our Jalen Banks caught up with local experts on why Dane County in particular is such a hard place to buy right now. Jalen?
Home buying continues to be an uphill battle for many in Dane County, and it doesn't look like that's changing anytime soon. According to the Wisconsin Realtors Association, market prices are up 9% and sales are down 18% compared to this time last year. And experts from the association say one of the biggest contributors to the struggling market is a shortage of options.
The statistics that we continually see and we've seen repeatedly for a number of years is the lack of inventory. We continue to see that, and that's pretty much an accumulation of many years of low building.
Also, the total number of listings statewide is down 7% compared to last year. Tonight at 6, we'll go to more depth about the impact interest rates are having and a breakdown of the monthly housing report.
All right, Jalen, we'll see you at 6. Thank you. Donald Trump was called to the witness stand and then fined $10,000 after a judge concluded that the former president had violated a limited gag order in his civil fraud trial. Before imposing the latest fine, Judge Arthur Engeron summoned Trump up from the defense table to testify about his comments to reporters hours earlier about a person who's very partisan sitting alongside the judge. Trump did not conceal his frustration with the clerk. Trump said, I think that she is very biased against us. I think we made that clear. 3 of Trump's attorneys objected to the $10,000 fine, and they reiterated Trump's claim that the clerk was biased. Well, it's taken more than 3 weeks and multiple candidates, but Republicans have finally united behind one man.
The House of Representatives has elected a new Speaker of the House. Skylar Henry has more from Capitol Hill.
Therefore, the Honorable Mike Johnson of the state of Louisiana, having received a majority of the votes cast, is duly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson accomplished something 3 other nominees before him were unable to do: unite House Republicans and claim the gavel as Speaker of the House.
We are ready to get to work again to solve those problems, and we will.
Johnson was able to assume the chair that places him 3rd in line of succession to the presidency. He held on to his conservative principles while still winning over the moderates.
We have to sacrifice sometimes our preferences because that's what's necessary in a legislative body. But we will defend our core principles to the end.
Johnson's record shows he voted against certifying the 2020 presidential election, voted against legalizing same-sex marriage, and in May, he voted against a Ukraine aid package. Johnson's vote against Ukraine aid could be put to the test almost immediately, as President Biden is asking Congress for more than $100 billion to fund the war in Ukraine, provide military aid to both Israel and Taiwan, and strengthen the U.S. southern border.
There's divided support in the Republican conference. I don't think we ought to bring a Ukraine bill that doesn't have majority Republican support.
Congress also has about 3 weeks to pass a new spending bill to keep the government open. Several House conservatives are opposed to any short-term deal unless it includes deep spending cuts.
We are honored to have seen Speaker Johnson put out his plan for government funding, and the words continuing resolution are not a part of that plan.
As Speaker, Johnson will have a large say over how the spending bills get passed. No bill can come to the floor without the new Speaker's approval. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Former President Trump, who supported Johnson's candidacy, posted on social media that Johnson will make a great Speaker of the House.
Johnson was one of the lawmakers defending Trump during the House impeachment hearings.
Israel says its strikes on Gaza have killed Hamas militants and destroyed some of their command centers, but the air assault has also created an escalating humanitarian crisis. Israel has delayed its ground invasion into Gaza, possibly to allow more time for negotiations to free the hostages. The Qatari Foreign Ministry is taking the lead on those talks. Hamas continues to hold more than 200 hostages. At a joint news conference with Australia's Prime Minister, President Biden reiterated his support for Israel, but said Israelis and Palestinians deserve to live side by side in safety.
That means ensuring Hamas can no longer terrorize Israel and use Palestinian civilians as human shields.
The Israel Defense Forces gathered dozens of foreign journalists to show 46 minutes of gruesome video from the Hamas invasion. The footage is too graphic to show here. Some has already been released in edited versions, including the murder of entire families. More than 2 weeks of relentless airstrikes have created an escalating humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Thousands have died, including civilians caught in the crossfire.
Well, for those of you who travel the Beltline regularly, you may have noticed the Freeway Service Team truck has a new look. This 2023 Ford F-350 Super Duty was just put into service. The new truck will replace a 2016 model that had approximately 300,000 miles on it. The original Beltline Bob is retired, but one of the men who have replaced him say they've averaged anywhere between 175 and 225 miles of driving a day.
It's a much brighter truck for better visibility. The sound system is much louder, alerting motorists that were coming up or at least approaching so that they can safely merge out of the lane of traffic.
The signboard has also been optimized so that the sheriff's deputies can focus on clearing the incident rather than setting up the signboard. If you haven't caught it yet, look for the yellow truck patrolling the Beltline.
Well, people who were eating at a Noodles & Company in Beloit yesterday saw quite a sight when a deer came crashing into the restaurant. This video shows a lively scene going on as people are waiting for their food. Then everybody looks toward the front when a deer came in through the window. The deer bolts down the center of the restaurant. As everybody scatters to avoid it, he ended up eventually in the kitchen here, as you can see. Poor deer looked a little confused, but then it wandered around and eventually got out through a back door. Our Armand Rahman will have more on this story coming up tonight at 10.
Just getting a to-go order, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, Halloween is not a day in Madison. It's a mood. It's a feeling, and plenty of people have that spooky feeling this afternoon.
It is the annual Trick or Treat on State Street, sponsored by Madison Central Business Improvement District.
Our Brady Mallory is out stealing candy from kids on State Street. Hi, Brady.
Hi, Brady.
What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing? My mom. My mom made this for me several years ago. But you know me, any event, an excuse to wear a cape, I'm there. Look at that. Haven't stolen any candy yet, but I want to show you some of these great costumes that we're seeing down here at Downtown Madison Family Halloween. It is the place to be tonight if you're looking for some pre-Halloween fun for the whole family. And I'm here with Matt Trammell, Executive Director of Downtown Madison, to tell us more about it. And you are in your Executive Director costume. You have the Downtown Madison hat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so
nice to be here.
Well, thank you for being here with us. Why should families come down here tonight?
Oh, wow. So many reasons. Well, tonight in particular, we have 50 different candy stops, trick-or-treating all the way down State Street, on the other side of King Street, all the way around Capitol Square, 13 activity stops. There's a lot going on tonight.
And this is like the candy capital of the city tonight.
It is tonight. There's no doubt about it. I've seen it all. There's probably hundreds and hundreds of pounds of candy happening down here, all for your kids.
Yeah, and real quick, there are a lot of events. This goes until 6 o'clock, and families can come get their pictures taken with Bucky. They can do all sorts of things. You know, why is this just a great time to get in the spirit of Halloween?
I think in particular because the weather is much better tonight than it might be next Tuesday night, but we also have hay rides around the Capitol Square. We have a movie happening at 6 o'clock tonight right here at the top of State Street. As you mentioned, Bucky is down in Peace Park taking pictures with everybody. It's just a great night to come out, enjoy downtown Madison with your family.
Well, very good. Thank you for walking us through all that. Appreciate it. Happy Halloween.
To you too.
And remember, this event goes until 6 o'clock tonight, so you better come down here and get some candy before I take all of it. I like those peanut butter cups, Mark and Susan.
We're just commenting on all the costumes that are walking behind you. And like he said, tonight's a better night than Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When you see the forecast. Looks like fun down there.
What's behind you? Look behind you.
Looks like some zombies coming up.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Oh, it really looks like fun.
All right, Brady. Thank you. October is Sudden Cardiac Arrest Month, a good time to refresh our knowledge about CPR and AED.
When we come back, we'll do just that with the Madison Fire Department when Live at 4 continues.
Clearview Cabinetry starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. It's flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage of life. This Stoughton-style kitchen featuring bright white finish is $2,899 after rebate. Complete your project with countertops from Menards. With elegant to everyday options, we carry everything you need to beautify your home's decor. Get this laminate countertop starting at just $15.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Krystexxa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Krystexxa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
Hold it! Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Joni's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. After 118 years, McGann Furniture is closing its doors. The owners are retiring. Shop now at McGann's Price Crash Going Out of Business sale and take an additional 25% off the already lowest marked sale price. Everything must go. Prices crashed on quality name brand furniture, bedding, dining room sets, and accessories. Free financing. All credit welcome. Special sale hours. Hurry in today to the Price Crash Going Out of Business sale at McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. It's Halloween weekend on the UW campus, and to make things even more exciting, the Ohio State Buckeyes will be in town to take on the Badgers.
Kickoff is 6:30 p.m. It should be a good one, a cold one, under the lights at Camp Randall. This week on the Wisconsin Huddle, we're joined by redshirt freshman quarterback Braden Locke. Last week, Locke made his first college start against Illinois. But this weekend versus Ohio State will be a different level. Ohio State is undefeated, right?
They're ranked 3rd in the country.
Yep, that's right. So we asked Locke how he feels about the upcoming game.
Yeah, I like to think that, naturally there's a little bit of a chip on our shoulders as an underdog team, but they're a tremendous opponent, a great team, obviously. There's a reason that they compete so highly every single year. So we're going to have a lot of respect for who they are and what they do. But we're definitely going to try to play our best game, and we're going to go out there and expect to win. I think that we need to go out there and play confident, and we need to believe in each other and trust what we do, and let the chips fall where they may.
There is nothing like a night game at Camp Randall.
That's right.
The Wisconsin Huddle airs just after News 3 Now at 6 every Friday. And if you want to be part of the Huddle, come down to the Monona Buck and Honeys location Monday nights.
Well, stocks got clobbered on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials fell 105 points. The NASDAQ dropped 318 or 2.5% amid Google's stock slide. The S&P 500 gave up 60 points or 1.5%. Well, October is Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month.
It is a great time to reiterate the importance of knowing how to do CPR and how to use an AED.
Here in Dane County, we have some of the highest cardiac arrest survival rates in the country, thanks to people willing to perform CPR. Chris Hamas is the division chief of the EMS training with the Madison Fire Department here today to show us how to do this and explain how important it is. Chris, good to see you.
Hi, Chris. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
How do you recognize that someone's having sudden cardiac arrest?
Well, you'll see someone either collapse or hear them collapse, and you might see some movement coming from them. They're still in cardiac arrest, even if you see a little bit of movement. So if someone looks like they went down on the ground and they shouldn't be on the ground, assume cardiac arrest until proven otherwise. We want you to start acting early.
And how quickly do you need to act?
Seconds, literally seconds. And really, the only reason we have the highest survival rate in the country, or one of the highest survival rates in the country, is bystander CPR and starting CPR early on these patients. So recognition of someone in cardiac arrest is hugely important. So our goal is to get more of the public trained in CPR, and the goal of promoting our community-facing CPR courses.
The more people out there that know it, the better.
Absolutely.
So run through the procedure.
Go ahead. Sure, absolutely. I think it's the easiest way. So if you see someone down on the ground here and it doesn't look right, do a quick shake. Hey, you okay? If there's no response, I want someone to call 911. We need someone to call 911. If you're alone, get on your phone, call 911.
Call first.
Call first. Our mantra is call, push, shock.
But if there's somebody around, just please call 911.
Absolutely. Mark, would you call 911?
Got it. All right.
I'm assuming he's not having a heart beating right now, so I'm going to compress at about 100 to 120 beats a minute.
And how do you know you're going at the right rate?
Mark, do you want to sing your favorite song?
Staying alive.
There you go. So we'll go to that cadence. You can put that song in your head and go ahead and compress at that rate.
And
so again, 100 to 120 compressions a minute.
And go hard.
Push hard, push fast. Center of the chest is really what we want to emphasize.
And how long do you have to go?
Until someone takes over for you.
A paramedic or a professional.
Yeah, or until you physically cannot go on any longer. We want this to continue. Ideally, we want to get an AED on site here and identify the people that we can actually deliver a shock to and get their heart back into a perfusing rhythm.
How does the AED work?
So my best description of it, there's a misconception that it actually starts a heart. An AED actually stops a heart in a bad rhythm. So if this is my heart here, normal heartbeat is going like this. There's two rhythms that it'll shock. V-fib, which is the heart just quivering like this. The AED goes, you know what? Stop it. We want to get back into a regular rhythm. Or V-tech, really fast. Stop it, back into a regular rhythm. So that's what an AED will do. It'll recognize the rhythm that the heart's in, shock it if appropriate.
When you're stressed and someone is in a situation like this, is an AED something that's easy to follow the instructions?
These things are designed so you have zero previous knowledge of how to use them. You should be able to open it up. It'll talk you through every single step to apply it to the patient and everything that needs to be done with it.
That's assuming you're in a building or something that people don't carry these around.
They don't, for the most part. But yeah, we're really, again, promotion to get these AEDs out into community places, libraries, gyms, airports, anywhere where you got a lot of people is really good to have an AED out there.
What are the three questions it asks you on the device there?
It's pretty much the steps. It's going to be plug in the pads, put the pads on the chest, and then the shock button. So it's pretty much the steps there. It's not questions that it's
And how
asking.
quickly can you do that?
I can demonstrate it for you.
Sure.
So if I'm doing compressions, I'm going to push this on button. It's going to talk me right through it.
Apply pads to patient's bare chest.
They've got pictures right on the pads of where you should put it, right on the bare chest. So you do have to expose the chest, get down to skin.
Apply pads to patient's bare chest. Plug in pads do not touch the patient.
No, we just
analyzing heart rhythm.
Checking to see if it's in a shockable rhythm right now.
Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Shock advised. Charging.
Charge up. It'll beep when it's ready to go.
Stay clear of patient. Deliver shock.
I'm
now.
clear, you're clear, everyone's clear?
Shock
and I'm going to get right back on the chest and start doing compressions again.
Touch the patient.
So it's really that quick to deliver a shock, and that's really what's hugely important.
I would assume part of the training is just teaching people how to stay calm. I mean, you're going to go to, some people go to a panic situation.
Yeah.
They have to do this by themselves.
Yeah, and our instructors do a great job of like lowering the level of anxiety. Really, if you identify someone in a situation like this, if all you're doing is calling 911, that's a start. If all you're doing is just pushing on the center of the chest, that's a great thing to do. You don't have to do mouth to mouth anymore. We're not. That scared a lot of people away from doing CPR. And most important thing is getting on that chest, pushing hard, pushing fast.
And it's so important to learn this.
Yeah, it really is. Makes a difference.
Yeah, and you teach classes every month at the fire department, and you've got 2 coming up in November.
We do, yeah. Actually, the last Wednesday of every month, we started offering community-facing CPR courses, free to the public. They're not certification levels. They're just awareness level of how to run an AED, how to do compression-only CPR. We encourage anyone to sign on up, where we're going to rotate them around fire stations around the city.
So are they free?
They are free.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's November, in November.
November, we have 2 classes on every Wednesday, last Wednesday of the month. It'll be November 29th. You can go to www.madisonfire.org, sign up right on our website.
And save a life.
Yeah, that'd be great. It takes a village. We need all the help we can get out there until we get there.
It's very important.
Chris, thank you.
Great to see you, Chris. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Well, they met in 1958, but haven't seen each other since then.
Grab some tissues because it is a tearful reunion. We'll have that story coming up after Gary's wet forecast.
Are you looking for a pre-owned vehicle that doesn't break the bank? Come visit Stark on the Beltline. We've got Hondas, Subarus, Toyotas, and trucks, and local financing options to help you get the best rates you deserve. Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like Straight lines that seem wavy. Blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces. Like this one. Or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at gawon'twait.com.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors. That's ScottTheWindowGuy.com.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare and the needed supplemental insurance. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her presentation to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Need help with your Medicare or Marketplace health plans? Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We have a variety of quality pre-owned vehicles, including Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, as well as many other popular brands, right here at Stark on Highway 19, located at 502 West Main Street here in Marshall, Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
Well, take a look at this. An escaped herd of llamas and alpacas brought traffic to a stop in England over this week. Locals and motorists tried to round up the strays and guide them to safety. The wandering animals escaped from a farm near the village of Troutbeck. Staff
Get out of the way, buddy.
30 animals escaped after their fence was damaged in a hit and run. Some 30 adventurous llamas and alpacas had managed to escape.
Okay, now what's the difference between the two? Well, every time I call a llama something, they'll call it, somebody else will call it an alpaca.
I think the alpacas are smaller. I'm told I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay. I'll measure them next time I see them.
I think the llamas have the longer neck.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So, not so rainy today, but it's going to get wet.
Well, we're kind of in between rounds. We had some rain last night. We got some more coming later on tonight into tomorrow, and then the colder air arrives. That's another story. I'll have that in the first warn forecast in a few minutes.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
He grew up a middle-class kid in a middle-class town. And while Joe Biden's traveled far and wide, Scranton, Pennsylvania has never left him. He knows what life is like for working people and knows middle-class life is too expensive right now. That's why he's passing laws to lower costs, capping insulin at $35 a month for seniors, giving Medicare the power to negotiate with drug companies for lower prices, lowering health insurance premiums for millions, and investing in American-made clean energy to lower power costs for families. For Joe Biden, it's about restoring the sense of security working people deserve. That simple promise, that peace of mind. He's determined to get it back because of where he's from and who he is.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we had some rain over the last couple of days, but most of the heavier rain has been in the northern part of the state. There have been a few areas that have gotten heavier amounts, like that cell that brought the hail a couple of days ago across the Madison area. But for the most part, the rain has been generally in the half-inch to quarter-inch range. You just go north of our viewing area, though, a narrow band from just south of Rochester, Minnesota, to north of La Crosse, up into central Wisconsin around Stevens Point, to just north of Green Bay. Many areas picked up between 3 and perhaps 6 inches of rain in that area, and there are some flood warnings. These are river flood warnings for the Yellow River in Wood County. That may start bringing water into the Yellow River into Juneau County, and the Trempealeau River also above flood stage, but there are flood watches for the Yellow River in Juneau County as that water works its way downstream. So even though Juneau County didn't get a lot of heavy rain, some of that will work its way down, and the Trempealeau River also has a flood watch. But right now, not much going on across Wisconsin. There are lots of clouds, but not much in the way of precipitation here. The rain from this morning is headed off to the east, to the west. We're seeing some rain showers. 6-hour future track radar shows the possibility for a shower or thunderstorm during the evening hours, but the better chances start to arrive after midnight. And future track rainfall shows the potential for perhaps another inch to an inch and a half of rain with some localized 2-inch amounts across parts of southern Wisconsin over the next day and a half. The heavier rain will shift to this part of the state. Fortunately, the northern part of the state where they've had heavy rain won't get as much. As far as the records are concerned, yesterday we missed the records. Thought we would do that there. This morning we dropped to 58 degrees with some rain at a point, so that prevented us from reaching the record warm low temperature of 59, record high temperature out of the reach. But tomorrow's predicted low of 62 brings the potential, at least, for some for a record overnight low temperature. Planning your day for tonight, look for cloudy skies through about midnight, and then after that you can see the rain breaking up pretty rapidly. This is 3 a.m. and as we head into tomorrow morning, notice the temperature staying nearly steady in the middle 60s, so it'll be very mild with southerly winds, but also some showers and isolated thunderstorms. Across Dane County, low of 64 degrees in Mount Vernon, 64 in Marshall, 64 in DeForest, and across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 66 in Janesville, 58 in Camp Douglas, and 57 degrees in Wautoma. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy and mild, more showers and a few thunderstorms, high temperature at 67 degrees. Again, those rainfall amounts, probably another inch to an inch and a half of rain generally across southern Wisconsin through early Saturday morning, but there'll be spots that could pick up over 2 inches in a heavier shower or thunderstorm. First warn 7 to 10-day forecast. Mild Friday, but that's deceiving. 66 will be in the morning with falling temperatures after that. For the weekend, much colder. Some flurries possible mixed in with showers from Saturday night into Sunday. And then Halloween on Tuesday, look for a high of 37 degrees. We have a first warn weather alert day for the cold temperatures for the trick-or-treaters, but temperatures will stay on the chilly side for the first half of next week and moderate a little bit toward the end of next week. So
winter's coming.
Yeah. And I wanted to say something about that last story about the CCR. Many of you know my wife Jean passed away suddenly a couple of weeks before Christmas, and that's exactly what I had to do. I mean, you don't really think about it when it's happening, but I found her, called 911, yelled for my son, started doing the compressions until the paramedics got there. They shocked her. They found she was in V-fib, but unfortunately they couldn't bring her back. But you know, we're talking about, you know, being nervous and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You have to kind of put it out of your mind. I mean, it's just the way
instinct
it
takes
is.
over.
Yeah. So, but get trained in CCR. Very easy to do.
Yeah.
You know,
it's called sudden cardiac arrest for a reason.
Exactly. Gary.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for sharing this.
Yeah,
Sure.
we should have had you in the interview with us.
Next time.
right.
We appreciate that, yeah.
Thank you. Well, a long-lost couple interrupted by the Korean War has been reunited 70 years after they met.
Drew Mickelson was there for their reunion in Washington State.
Did you sleep last night?
Oh, yeah.
It's like Christmas morning, a birthday party, and the first visit from the Tooth Fairy, all in one.
I think about her all the time.
Everyone at Revel Issaquah has been looking forward to this day.
Claude has a very special guest coming over.
But no one has waited as long as Claude.
I have not seen her since 1958. That's her. She won the prettiest lady on campus when she went to college. And they would bus the girls up to Fort Devens for dances. And that's how I met her.
Claude and Marita spent just 4 weekends together in 1953, right before he shipped off to Germany with the Army. They never talked again until Claude found Marita's phone number in 2009.
I said, you can't guess who this is. She said, Claude Frabel? Amazing. And she remembered my voice for that length of time.
They chatted regularly and exchanged pictures of their families, but haven't seen each other since the 1950s.
She just is flying in right now to SeaTac.
Claude landed this special date thanks to help from his independent living community. Marita lives at Revel in Scottsdale, Arizona, and the company paid for this reunion.
70 years of anticipation.
And after all that waiting, Marita showed up 20 minutes early.
That's what you're waiting for.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Hold on. I got to put a microphone on you.
Even the guest of honor can't wait.
Hold on.
Did you see how excited she was?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is cute. Hey, Claude.
It's time.
Your sweetheart's here.
Finally.
Let's go get her.
It's happening.
Welcome.
It's been a lifetime. A moment.
It's kind of exciting.
Where's Claude?
7 decades in the making.
I really am trying not to cry. I know you do.
So good to see you. Oh, what a beautiful moment.
It's sweet. It's a sweet story. They haven't seen each other in 70 years. Yeah.
Their spouses have passed. They have grandchildren. Marita survived brain and lung cancer.
Well.
So much to talk about.
I was so fortunate to, you know, a little old farm kid from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, he was a tall and very handsome and a good dancer.
This story will not end with a wedding. These two long-lost lovers are going to keep things simple and just stay friends.
I'm just glad to see him again. And the fact that we are both...
This is the happiest day of my life.
Dawn, look at them holding hands. Dennis, come here. Give me this. Come here. Do you need one of these? Oh, is that a beautiful story?
All right. Congratulations to them. I told you, you're going to cry.
You did. You warned me.
All right, coming up next year on Live at 4, October is not only Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month, it's also the month of the octopus.
Oh, well. And then coming up next hour at 5, many Wisconsin hospitals are in tough financial shape post-COVID. Our Kyle Pazorski will explain why coming up at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage? Dryness and frizz that keeps coming back could be damaged hair that can't retain moisture. You need Pantene's Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner. It's filled with provitamins to help hair lock in moisture, visibly repairing 6 months of damage in just one use, with no weigh down. Guaranteed or your money back. For hair that looks healthy and stays healthy. If you know it's Pantene.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on Bronco Sport with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $500 FlexBuy and $1,000 open bonus cash.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Give your home a fresh new look with wall and floor tile from Mohawk. Clean Protect porcelain tiles are waterproof, scratch resistant, and stain resistant, specially designed to stand up to life's everyday mess. Now just $169 each after rebate. Complete your tiling job with professional quality installation products from Tech. We carry Tech mortar and grout for all floor and wall tile sizes. Get Sturdy Flex mortar for only $10.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
New at 5, found out why Wisconsin hospitals are facing their toughest financial challenges in years, with a dramatic drop in earnings from $4 billion to just $1 billion in just 1 year.
Showers and a few thunderstorms are likely through Friday, but it'll be mild. Colder weather arrives this weekend with a first warned weather alert day in the forecast for Halloween from very cold temperatures for the trick-or-treaters. My first warned forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, Will Keneally outlines where the latest negotiations stand to use state and local money for renovations to the Brewers Stadium. That's tonight at 6.
We end up at the Santa Monica Pier as we spin the weather satellite. 69 degrees.
Oh, it's a beautiful day there.
Ferris wheel going. Well, octopus lovers unite. It sounds like a strange thing to say, but those fascinated by the mysterious underwater animals are joining together across the globe.
Danya Backus takes a look at Octo Nation, an octopus fan club that has declared October Octopus Month.
With bulging eyes and 8 long arms, octopuses are often considered the monsters of the deep. But for Warren Carlisle, they are wondrous sea animals. He developed a curiosity about them at a young age.
The octopus has been on this planet for hundreds of millions of years. They were on this planet before dinosaurs. And the cool thing about the octopus is they live in every single ocean and they exist on every coastline in the world.
Warren's mission is to inspire wonder of the ocean through education about octopuses. He founded Octo Nation, a nonprofit octopus fan club with hundreds of thousands of social media followers.
Profiling and detailing all these really cool and unique species that you can see like on our Instagram account. And posts started going viral almost immediately with people saying, this is the first time I've ever seen this animal in my life.
People from all over the world are a part of the club, including marine biologist Dr. Chelsea Bennis, also known as the Octo Girl.
Did you ever think that you would find that type of community?
At first, I didn't think I would find that type of community that was as fascinated and interested with octopus as I am. And just the number that we have in the group that want to learn just really excites me.
Through educational events, they share their excitement with the next generation of octopus lovers and future scientists, with the hope that the intrigue around their favorite creature runs as vast and deep as the oceans they live in. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Warren Carlisle also has written a book called Secrets of the Octopus that will be released in March.
That's pretty cool. You want to join the octopus fan club?
Such a variety of,
it's
of
fascinating
species.
creatures, yeah.
Well, are you looking for creative ideas for your pumpkin carving project?
You're in luck. Our resident carving expert, Lisa Briggs. Oh, there she is. Those are my favorite pumpkins every single year, where the stem is the nose. Look at how cute they are. Lisa has lots of ideas when Live at 4 continues. She's coming up next.
We are here today at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin with Dr. Raj, who was recently honored by the Arthritis Foundation for his work with a very special patient. Dr. Raj, tell us about John, who you really have had quite the journey with over the last year.
Absolutely. So John came to me a few years back with knee pain, and John's an avid landscape artist. He specializes in unique gardens, and arthritis was bothering him for quite some time. We talked about options, we talked about what arthritis was, and we worked out a plan, and part of the plan also included potentially needing surgery, and that's what we ultimately settled on, and to see him execute that plan of action and execute the post-op rehab, and to see him now going back to his usual routine has been fantastic. He's back to landscape gardening.
How wonderful was it for you to be at that event and not only be honored, but just be able to see how you changed the course of John's life and now what he's able to do again?
Well, it's incredibly humbling and inspiring, really, because it's all about the patients, and everybody takes their unique journey when dealing with arthritis, and we're there as helpful guides, you know, if we can be, and helping to educate and helping to offer options and coming up with really a patient-specific plan of action. And my work really comes in line when they've exhausted conservative care and surgical options are the only option left on the table. But to witness John's journey has been inspiring.
If you have a situation like John's and you want to get back to living life pain-free, Dr. Raj, he's here at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning 9 awards in the Milwaukee Press Club Excellence in Wisconsin Journalism Competition, including top honors for Best Single Story or Feature Design and Best Feature Photograph. Celebrate the best of Madison in the throwback edition of Madison Magazine. Give it up for our Readers' Poll winners. Crack open a pop culture time capsule and relive the wild days of local radio. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Well, Halloween is just 6 days away.
If you haven't bought or carved your pumpkins yet, there's still plenty of time.
Expert carver Lisa Briggs.
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody has to have a claim to fame, right?
Where's mine?
Oh, here you can have it.
No. So how do you pick the perfect pumpkin to carve?
Well, if you're carving, I really like these little sugar pie pumpkins because they don't have a lot of ribs, and so they're smooth. The flesh is thin, so they're easy to carve.
It's a little softer.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I love these guys. Look at these guys.
And then you can make pies.
And then you can make pies, yes.
There you go.
But there are lots of really cool, interesting colored pumpkins with like all kinds of warts and stuff on them. Those are not very easy to carve. They're really pretty and they're cool to mix if you're doing like a big display on your porch, but they're not easy to carve. Carving pumpkins are made for a reason. Thin skin, and the flesh is, you can get in there, but it's sturdy enough for the walls to hold up.
So they're grown to carve?
Yes, yeah,
Really?
there are just some that are just easier to carve.
Now, what you normally do, normally people take the top off to put the candle in.
I do the bottom.
You put the hole on the bottom,
Yes,
right.
I've been doing this for a while, and now apparently it's a hot thing on the interwebs.
You're ahead of your time.
You're the carving expert.
There you go. Yeah, I do that just because it's easier to set a candle. You know, you'd light a candle and then you can just pop it over.
Right.
If I'm doing a design where it's sort of not pierced, then I'll usually put some kind of air holes along the top because you need some airflow.
Okay.
These guys, since they're sitting here and the bottom is the back, and the nose is the front, then there's plenty of air that gets in here, and these are great for tea lights and even like little battery-operated tea lights.
Yeah. You put these in your trees.
I do. I have a big, giant oak tree in my front yard, and I just set them up there, so it's kind of floating.
Oh, that's great.
In the air, sort of scary.
What's this going to be?
This is, okay, so I get inspiration from all kinds of places, including somebody is driving around Madison in some kind of delivery van that's white that has this weird, very black graphic sort of swirly design. And I was at a stoplight, everybody. I took my phone out and took a picture. So you can get inspiration for carving from anywhere. I have in my trusty kit
Look
here.
at these tools. This is quite the toolkit.
I also just Google images off the internet. And then as long as they are really black and white, you know something is carved and something is not carved. If you're having, here's a dragon.
It's a good tattoo, too.
Yeah, it would be a good tattoo. I have also taken them where you have the function to increase the contrast on a photograph. So then you can make a photograph that has all sorts of, gradations, very black and white. And then you just draw it on here. I just use a marker. And you just draw it on, and then I just start carving. So.
And the trick is the tools.
I use linoleum cutters. We have a new accounts guy, head of accounts at Bruce Company, and he's from California, and he carved in LA, and he's quite a carver. So he just started a few months ago. So I've never seen his carving, but he uses, what did he say? He uses some mixer apparently to clean them out. So you cut out the bottom.
Oh, a hand mixer?
A hand mixer, and you like.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right. Because one of the things that will make your pumpkins last longer is if you get all the guts out of it. Any thing that's hanging like a seed or some of the filaments or whatever, that is a place for bacteria to sort of start to grow. So the key is to pick pumpkins that are solid, that don't have soft spots. Even if you say, oh, well, that's where I'm going to put the mouth, I'm going to carve that out. Once that rot starts to get in, then they just rot faster.
And since you haven't carved all the way through the flesh, when you put a candle in this, it'll glow through the carving spaces.
And I'll go in here with, with this clay tool, and sort of wherever I have this flesh removed, I'll make that thinner. The thinner the wall, the more light gets through.
We are out of time, sorry.
Okay.
Great tips.
Thank you. Happy Halloween. Yeah, I'll see you on Monday.
See you on the news show on Monday. All right.
Thank you, Lisa. Good to see you.
Final check your forecast is coming up.
I love this little guy.
Coming? The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer during Fall Fest and get 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on all new 2023 SUVs.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here at Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Cristexa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Cristexa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Cristexa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Cristexa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Cristexa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
Intuitive sit to start in the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Lease the 2023 all-electric ID4 Pro during Fall Fest for just $319 a month after an EV lease bonus and customer bonus.
New at 5 with a dramatic drop in earnings from $4 billion to $1 billion in just a year. Find out why Wisconsin hospitals are facing their toughest financial challenges in years, plus how it's impacting their care. That's coming up next on News 3 Now.
10 years ago, a photographer and his stately subject captured our hearts. Now I'm traveling back to Platteville for the rest of the story. Learn how a chance discovery is ensuring the heart of that tree lives on. Thursday at 6.
Got lots of clouds out there, but not much in the way of precipitation. Maybe a little drizzle out there, but you can see on 6-hour future track radar a chance for a shower or thunderstorm this evening. Better chances after midnight.
All right, Gary, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we visit an expert pumpkin carver. Not as good as Lisa, but it's our Traveler Throwback Thursday.
And CBS travel editor Wendy Gillette goes on something called cocktail foraging around the world. We'll have those stories tomorrow on Live at 4.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Pick and Save, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford Escape or Explorer and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. Buy one window, get one free ends Halloween. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
At Pick and Save, everyone wins when it comes to savings, because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Well, we just finished our pumpkin carving lesson with Lisa.
In our final touch, we have a different approach to pumpkin decorations. It's a pumpkin spiced pop star reveal. Meet Taylor Swiftkin, a nearly 400-pound pumpkin homage to the beloved First Lady of Pop. This latest creation marks 35 years of pumpkin pop are from Jeanette Paris, who brought us memorable works like Hillary Clinton, Donald Trumpkin, Vladimir Putin. You get the idea. For this year, Paris followed a fandom honoring Swift and her lesser-known boyfriend, Travis somebody, saying that she doesn't make news, she pumpkinizes. That's a good Taylor Swift.
That is pretty good. Well done.
All right, that's our time for now. Enough pumpkin talk. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.